He said I had to obey him because this was how Australian women were treated by their husbands.
She said if I refused, she would cancel my visa and send me back home.
Forced labour is a form of slavery which still exists in Australia. Forced labour is when someone coerces, threatens or deceives someone to work for them. They treat the person as a commodity and exploit them for profit or gain. Anyone can become a victim of forced labour. People forced into and held in these situations usually have some vulnerability that is exploited by perpetrators. Migrants are especially at risk because they may have vulnerabilities like visa status, low English language skills, limited options of other jobs, debts or families to support, and a lack of knowledge of laws and rights in Australia. Migrants on any visa can be exploited in any sector. Forced labour is not just low wages or bad working conditions. Some signs include being isolated with restrictions on movement, being deceived about work conditions and pay, having to work to pay off excessive debt, being threatened with violence, deportation and other forms of coercion. All these things mean you have limited freedoms and control over your life, and they all amount to slavery under Australian law. People are often scared to report or seek help. They fear reprisals for themselves and their families and might not trust authorities. Some face physical and sexual abuse by their employers, who can also threaten violence and deportation. Identifying forced labour can be difficult. These questions can help you identify if someone might need specialised help. Can the person leave their job if they want to? Can they come and go as they please? Has the person or their family been threatened? What are their work and living conditions like? Has their passport been taken from them? Support is available. The most important thing to do if you suspect a case of forced labour is to ask the person what they would like to do. Situations could be dangerous for people or their families. It's critical that you respect their privacy, confidentiality and safety and obtain people's consent before taking any action. If you're unsure and want to discuss the case further, contact Red Cross. For information and confidential legal advice, contact Anti-Slavery Australia. If someone is in immediate danger, dial 000. To report a case of forced labour, call the Australian Federal Police hotline.